Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killerrodan. So alright, for this video I'll be making something real quick here because as promised I wanted to make videos more frequently on this channel, on my original channel I mean. So I will post a link down below for my second channel, where we talk about movies and such. And yes, I will post a link down below for Elvis as well. If anyone's interested in that kind of thing, he's more gaming kind of content. But anyway, point being is that yes, until the movie theater, of course. Anybody that's familiar with either of my channels, especially the second one, this theater should look familiar because I've been here quite regularly, of course, making an attempt to be here as often as I could, of course. And yeah, I just don't know, that was like the Phoenix or something. But anyway, yeah, this area should look fairly familiar, folks, for everyone that's watching, of course. So I just thought, what the hell? It's not gonna hurt nobody. I've already seen a movie earlier this month, so why not do it again with another? So here we are. I mean, yes, I'm kind of just using this as an excuse to just get out and do something, I suppose, I reckon. And that's kind of the mindset I've had. I did review the other installments, the other Spider Man movies, and the other Venom movies already, so why not? Anyway, yes, Last Dance is the movie I'm going to be talking about, folks. So, okay, yeah, this is part of a series of films, of course. It's the third and final installment of the Venom trilogy, and yeah, just yeah, I guess it has something to do with Spider-Man to some extent. And by the way, in the movie, right in the beginning, they did make a reference to Thanos. By the way, and, like a slight reference to it with the whole multiverse and whatnot. So just don't know that happens right in the beginning. By the way, really, really, really early on, just within the first few minutes. Anyway, of course, as always, let's just talk about the plot. Of course, yeah, our main character, he's pretty drunk. Eddie, yeah, he's pretty drunk. He got drunk off his ass, and he gets into the place in Mexico, and he's on the run. Of course, unfortunately, he's on the run, and this had something to do with the recent fight in the previous film. So yeah, the whole murder thing still comes into play. Of course, the murder bit does make quite a splash, so to speak, because it has something to do with the international headlines, with Eddie being named as the prime subject, force him to set his side to go to New York City and make an attempt to make, I guess, a name for himself to clear his name, so to speak. But so yeah, it kind of becomes like this road trip kind of a movie to some extent. That's kind of an odd combination, a road trip and a superhero movie. Okay, that's kind of a weird thing, I know. And yes, of course, when I went to see this film, obviously, yeah, I got some snacks. Yeah, got some snacks, that's for sure. Got some popcorn, the icy, some butter, and all that. Yeah, the good stuff. Definitely. So anyway, that's definitely a thing, folks. Yeah, it's a sci-fi superhero type of thing, I guess you can say. Sure. And yes, I did find it kind of funny when the characters, yeah, Venom and Eddie, they find the horse. Yeah, there was a little joke that was made. I thought that was funny. It does have a sense of humor to some extent. To some extent, I mean, there's some stuff that get pretty dramatic, of course, in the movie. I would definitely say that. And I guess, yeah, the whole thing with the friendship does come into play. But the thing is that also, yes, the theater does look real nice though. So I can say the theater I went through is definitely well kept. Sure. So there's that. Whew, that was fun. Oh, definitely. However, things just get rather more wild because it doesn't help the fact that, unbeknownst to either of them, there was this creature that's from, yeah, from some planet that's after him. Yeah, there's this creature's after him. There's this creature's after him, and this said creature wants them dead and whatnot. This creature wants to go after him and whatnot. So yeah, things get rather more complicated as may expect. So yeah, not good news for them. So I think when it comes to Eddie and the Venom character, so yes, things are not really looking too good for them at all. It's not looking really too good for them whatsoever. And that's about the gist of it. I mean, there's a bit more to that, of course. There's a bit more than this. Of course, there's some details I want to get into, but I'll just leave it at that. Nevertheless, I can say that this was definitely worth a watch. I liked it, and I actually did thought it was an improvement over the last two movies. I mean, not that the last two movies were terrible by any means, but in some ways you can see that there was some link for some improvements. I mean, you can say the same thing here with this one to some extent, I guess. But for what it's worth, it's not terrible. I mean, the special effects are really good. I like the adventure aspect of it. I like the whole idea where Eddie and the Venom, their friendship is put to the test. And yeah, it gets pretty crazy. It gets pretty wild, of course, and whatnot. I'll just leave it at that, folks. I don't want to go too much into and with the detail of the story, too much in depth, really. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it gets pretty wild. Lots of explosions, stuff get destroyed. Of course, like all these things you might expect from these type of movies, they are in here, of course, and whatnot. Anyway, the pacing is too bad. Not once I thought it was okay. Can you just get to the point? It never felt dragged like some superhero movies I've seen over the years. It never felt like it was dragging on too much. But anyway, a decent enough movie. I thought that was good, a decent enough film and whatnot. Anyway, so I'll say I recommend it, of course. And if you can't afford to go to the movie theaters, just at least you always check it out when it comes on in streaming or just rent it, I guess. Or buy used if you can. I'll give this film an overall rating of a 7.1 out of 10. It's a 7.1 out of 10 for me. So thanks for watching. Take care. See ya. Oh yeah.